Six Flags America is a Six Flags theme park located in Maryland, and with it being home to over 50 world-class rides, there is no wonder it is so popular. However, today we're going to count down the top 10 rides at Six Flags America. Starting off at number 10, we have Mind Eraser. And with it being the park's SLC, trust me when I say, after riding this ride, you will sure want your mind erased. Ding ding. Okay, that was a horrendous joke. However, this ride sure isn't, with even though it being the dreaded Vekoma SLC, as long as you keep your head forwards and ignore the roughness that this ride gets, with it featuring a 100-foot drop, 5 inversions, as well as many fun twists and turns, all whilst your legs are dangling. I would feel wrong not putting this ride on our top 10 list. Who here loves a good old wooden coaster? Well, of course you do, but do you know that Six Flags America has not just got one, but two? With the first one on our list being Roar. And wow, if this ride does not make you fall in love with them, I honestly do not know what will. With as soon as you have boarded your car, and for the best experience, we would suggest the back row, you heading around 3,500 foot of wooden track full of many smooth steep drops, bank turns, tunnel sections, and more airtime hills than I can count. How cool, but also rather intense is that? For our number 8 spot on our top 10 list, things are starting to stay even more wooden as we have the Wild One. And despite it being the oldest coaster at the park, with it being built over 100 years ago, before being moved to the park in 1986, as well as it having not many intense elements like Roar, it definitely packs a punch, with your car racing around some classic wooden drops, airtime hills, double downs, twists, turns, and even a helix to finish off the ride. And so if we could only choose one wooden coaster on our visit, then this would be the one every single time. You can't have a theme park without a swing ride, and Six Flags America is no exception. As for our number 7 spot, we have Wonder Woman's Golden Lasso of Truth. The only thing is, however, this is not your normal swing ride, as instead of just rising a little into the air before swinging around, on Wonder Woman's Lasso of Truth, you and up to one other thrill seeker will be lifted a whopping 24 stories before being swung around in circles at 40 miles per hour, providing both an unbelievable view across the park, as well as an experience that will never, ever be forgotten. Have you ever wanted to fly through the air like a Firebird? Well, if so, then you must take a ride on our number 6 spot, Firebird, as believe it or not, by the name, you can do just that. Nevertheless, it is not all easy soaring, as along your flight, not only will you drop, twist, turn and invert along its red and orange track, but you will do all of this whilst your legs is dangling, making you feel as if you are a real Firebird. Isn't that just awesome? And so, with the amazing fire effects too, and that amazing front row experience, this ride should definitely be on your bucket list. Top 5, Woodmore, and coming in for this spot, we are going to take a spin like never before on Harley Quinn's Spinsanity, the park's pendulum ride. and with it being so common around the world, for starters, if you are visiting the park on a busy day, then we would suggest riding the more unique attractions first. Nevertheless, if you do get a chance to ride, you will definitely not be disappointed with the disc that you and the rest of the thrill seekers have previously boarded, not only spinning around but also rocking back and forth higher and higher too, creating a ride experience that you, nor your stomach, will ever forget. If you are scared of heights, then skip to number 3. As for our number 4 spot, we have VooDoo Drop, and standing at a height of 140 feet. Already, I know that some of you are going to be like, no way, Jose. However, it does not stop there, as once you have made it to this height, before you can say, wow, that is an amazing view, will plummet back down to planet Earth in a matter of seconds. And you do not need to be a rocket scientist to know that this is absolutely crazy. The question is though, do you think you have what it takes to drop the VooDoo Drop? Here we are at the top 3 rides at the park, and for our number 3 position, we have the Joker's Jinx, which will make you laugh, scream and smile at the same time, and here is how. Now of course it would not be a roller coaster without many fun twists, turns, airtime hills and possibly even a launch or inversion, and this ride is no different. Although in my eyes what makes it so amazing is the fact that from the moment you launch off to heading around the spaghetti style layout full of endless inversions, twists and turns, to even getting off, you'll be quite literally non-stop blown away. Between number 2 and 1, it was tough. However, after a lot, and I mean a lot of consideration, we have decided to put Batwing Coaster at the number 2 spot, and with it being a Vekoma flying coaster, for anyone who has not done one of these before, well then you are in for a treat, as not only will you head around with Batman's many twists, turns and inversions, but you will do all of this laying down. And yes, you did hear me right there guys, laying down. And therefore, when also taking into account how awesome this ride is just to watch alone, a trip to the park is nowhere near complete without a ride with Batman. We have made it to the number 1 spot, and in my opinion for the best ride at the park, we have got no other than Superman Ride of Steel. And where do I begin when talking about this ride? As if I was going to talk about every great part, we would literally be here all day. Yet to start from the beginning, as soon as you walk into the park and see this mammoth 200-foot steel structure, you will instantly want to take a ride. And you should definitely do just that, as with it completing humongous drops, airtime hills, helixes, and the list goes on and on. No matter whether it is your first, second or 100th time riding, you are sure to be blown away. And so I think it is very easy to see why this is the best ride at the park. Thank you all for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.